Hello. I said that if you've watched the video that we made last night, we made 3 batches of soap, and I said that I would make a video opening up my soap today. I just recently made a video showing these molds and opening them up and how they worked, and so I wasn't going to do all of them that way, but I did want to show you what we've done because you sort of helped. This one here is the citrus and chamomile. Oh, what I did is I had tangerine and lemon essential oils, and I didn't really have enough of the tangerine. I had enough of the lemon. I guess I had about 3/4 of a bottle of lemon and a fourth of a bottle of tangerine. And so I thought, well, they're both citrus, and I'll just mix them together and we'll see what kind of heavenly scent we get. And then I put chamomile extract in there. You can watch the video. It was done yesterday. How I make my soap, we did 3 batches of soap in the crock pot together. And, oh, it is so heavenly. It's like the tangerine is still, even though it was only a 4th tangerine, it's sort of like overpowering the lemon, but yet you can smell the lemon. So I'm going to call this chamomile citrus, and it is so heavenly. I mean, it's better than either one of them by themselves. So sometimes when you play around, you can really come up with something fun. So I think I'll do that many times. I'm going to continue to do that. This is our mixed blend that I had. I had a little bit of lavender left, but not enough to do a whole batch. No, I had plenty of lavender. I didn't have a lot of the pennyroyal, and so I thought, and I was almost out of peppermint. I just had a little bit in the bottom of the bowl of the jar. So, and the pennyroyal has a peppermint flower scent, and I normally do peppermint and pennyroyal together because they're just awesome. And there is some people that will smell that and go, ooh, but most people smell that and go, ah. I sell a lot of peppermint and pennyroyal put together, but I didn't have enough, so I thought Bonnie on Good Earth Spa, she was talking about something called dragon's blood, and so I thought, well, I'm going to call and see what's in that, because on the description, it wasn't in the essential oil section, it was in the fragrant oils. But I thought, well, it could be a mixture of essential oils and extracts, which I could do. I don't do fragrance. And so I called them, but they were like, no, and that was brambleberry. And they were like, no, it does have a certain amount of fragrance added to essential oils and extracts. So I couldn't use it, but it got me to thinking about mixing essential oils in a different way. And so I put some clove, very little, eucalyptus, lavender, pennyroyal, and the rest of my peppermint, all in a little bottle that I had saved. When I first started making soap, I bought the little bottles. But I always save my bottles because those things are so expensive to get the dark glass bottles. And when your big bottle gets really low, you need to pour it in something else because there's too much air in the bottle. And so I decided to just make myself my own little mix. And so that was what was in the pennyroyal bottle that we put in, and we put, I think, 3 tablespoons in a 4-pound loaf. And I weighed this loaf here 1 pound and 1 ounce, and I got 13 bars out of that, 1-inch bars. And so now just to smell it, you'd never know the eucalyptus is in there, but yet you have that, just a twinge of just sort of opening up your sinuses. I can't find the clove, but yet there's an undertone in there that just brings all the fragrances together that I think is the clove. And it's and there's a touch of a flowery, minty, but yet not enough to say, hey, there's peppermint in there. I tell you, it's just sort of awesome. It's like a flowery scent that I've never smelt before. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. It's like a flowery scent. So this is totally new. I have 3 festivals coming up, craft festivals. And so I think this Saturday is Earth Day in Mintown, Alabama. And I'm not going to go to the Earth Day thing. I'm going to set up at the farmer's market, which is where I set up every Saturday in the Mintown farmer's market, unless I have a festival. And then in May, I have 2 festivals coming up. One is Art at the Barn in Valley Head, Alabama, and the other one is in Center, Alabama at their ROC building. It's a craft fair, and so that is why I am making up a lot of soap, because I sell a ton of the oatmeal, honey, jasmine, bee pollen. And so I've got like extra that I've made of it. I sell a whole lot of the cedar and tea tree to the men, and I've only got 1 batch of that, and I've got to make 2 more batches, but my cedar is on order, so we're waiting for the UPS man. I have made some cinnamon and clove essential oil. Cinnamon, fresh ground cinnamon. I made some extra up of that. It's pretty popular. I call it the Wake Me Up in the Morning soap. And then this one is new. And so I thought that we would open this one up together. And on my my mold, I just put a wire. And I'm going to build me some more of these, because I have a new room that's being cleaned out just to do all my soap in it, so I won't be making such a mess in the kitchen. And so I am cleaning out this room, and I'm going to have it plumbed in with a wonderful sink, and I'm going to fix it where I can do 8 crock pots of soap at a whack. Maybe even 10 if I get a little bit more adventurous after 8. But I got to build some more molds, and I'm thinking about conserving even more on the building, because I really like to economize. I'm a yard sale girl. I like to go to junk stores, secondhand shops, and so this right here was economizing my wire, using this wire instead of buying an expensive latch mechanism for the end. I just put a screw in each end, and then I have my wire that comes around, and this is electric fence wire from the goat pen. But I know I've talked about this already, and you can look on my channel and see a video just about how I built this. So let's open this up and see what this new soap smells like. Let the sides down. Now, for those of you who have not seen this before, there is another video that I go into this in much more detail. But it has the hinge system, and so I've let the ends down and the sides. And my cameraman's asleep. You could hear the snoring in the background if my camera has sensitive enough sound. I don't know if you do or not. I can hear her. Now, I only have 2 boards, and so I have a little dish towel I stuck in the middle to keep the boards in place. But this is a board wrapped in the freezer paper. But I didn't have enough to meet, so I took my bank statement this month and wadded it up and made myself another division. So we'll get rid of that. So this is the rest of this soap, and I'll cut that up later. But I wanted to get this one out, and I promised y'all that I would do this, and today has been really crazy. It's the 17th tax day, and yes, I waited to the last minute because we were waiting on some records. My husband's a truck driver, and he used to work for Landstar. He owned his own truck, and he was leased to Landstar, and he didn't keep really good records, and so we had to have them search their archive and get us those accurate records and send us a copy of them. But this thing's really nice. I love the way this works. You just take that wire, and so I put it off until the last minute, and then I was up all night last night because we didn't want I didn't want the babies to be awake and running around, and they're visiting right now, while I was making soap, so I made soap all night long. I started it late, and I think I finished at 6:30 this morning, and then I slept till 11:30, and then went right to the taxes. Now, I'm going to go weigh this, and then I will bring you back. If we're going over our 15 minutes, then there'll be a part 2 to this video. So just hang 10.